Hi, it's Cathy Cena with Tri-Cities Community TV. I'm in downtown Port Coquitlam at Lee Square, and my guest today is going to talk to us about entrepreneurs, but maybe not the kind that you're thinking of. We're talking about kids. We have Build A Biz Kids. The president, Leah Koss, is with us today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to hear about this because I'm a big believer that our children are our future, and it's something that you're doing to really put these children on the right path of being their own entrepreneurs and owning their own businesses in the future. So I'd love to hear more about the inception of this project, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Well, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I've had my own businesses and I was a franchise consultant for many years. So helping people start businesses and growing them. I have a 10-year-old stepson. He's an inspiration for a lot of things. So his father saw an opportunity for us to do something like this, and we took it. And he's since been through the program. Of course, the first thing that adults say, I wish that we had this when we were kids.
Of course, yes.
It kind of was a no-brainer when we conceived it, yeah.
So tell me a little bit, how do kids enroll in this kind of program? How many kids do you have in the program? And what are they making? What are they doing?
Absolutely, thank you. So we're a local nonprofit who does after-school and summer camp programs. So we have 2 semesters a year. We have our January programs that are 10-week long, and then September programs, and those are also 10 weeks long. Then for kids to get different experience, try something in more of a team environment, we do our summer camp programs. They register online through buildabizkids.com. And basically our objective, and parents always say, well, entrepreneurship scares me a little bit, right? It's not something that we grew up on. And what we always tell them, it's not about whether they start their own business or not in the future. It's about teaching them the skills now that will help them to either get the job that they want or to be an innovator in the future. If you look at any job posting these days, you need an entrepreneur kind of grit, if you will. Being a problem solver, you need to be able to communicate in multiple mediums. You need to persevere through things, right?
Exactly.
And, so we want to create kids a habit of action on their ideas, not just the ideas themselves. That's only half of it.
So tell me about your market day.
So our Market Day Expo is absolutely my favorite parts. We have 2 of them a year. We have one in the spring at the end of our January 10-week program, and then we have one right before Christmas, which is perfect time for people to buy Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers. So our objective with the after-school programs is we're not just teaching the theory of entrepreneurship. Kids are actually starting their own business. Everything's working up to that big day. And if you think of any kind of adult craft fair or farmer's market, that's what it is, but it's all kid vendors. And it's their first interaction of talking to a stranger in a safe zone and having to convince them of why their product or business is great. And it's often also their first opportunity to hear no and need to bounce back from that. And so, it's something that they reflect on.
Handling objections. And so someone could be selling the beeswax food wraps that we have right here. These are quite interesting. So one of your kids in the program created this, and they tried to sell it on market days. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Tell me, just walk me through. Let's call her Maggie for lack of a better thing. And so she took your program after 10 weeks. We were now leading up to the big day. And she has a lot of these made, and buyers are walking by and looking at the product, and she's doing demos. And what's that conversation like? What are the kids sort of saying in terms of, are they nervous? Are they stressed? Are they like, oh, I don't know, I've never sold a thing in my life, I don't know how to do this? Like, do they have a lot of anxiousness going on, Leah?
Well, it's like everything, even this today, it's about your preparation. Right? So that's what the program is. So we've prepared them for what is interesting about your product. Why do they care, right?
So benefits and features.
Exactly.
Very nice.
We do role playing, so they think of those questions that they're going to encounter. We teach them as well that, for example, one of my favorite parts of the program is that they do test marketing. Test marketing is where they're going out saying, do you like A or B better? So they're gonna hear no. They're gonna hear, I don't like the blue one as much as the red one. And they're understanding that that negative is actually a positive. That's, oh, I'm so glad I didn't make more of those ones. I should make more of these ones.
Right.
And so when they hear no on the day, they're going, and we even reflect after the market day on what did you learn? What would you have done differently? So everything's immediately turned around into a positive of what are you doing next? It's not an end game, it's just the beginning of the next adventure.
So how does a Maggie decide that she wants to make beeswax wraps? I know we're sort of bouncing back and forth a
Oh,
little,
no, it's
but
great.
take me sort of, you have these kids in your program after school, and here we are, I don't know what to make. I mean, we have magic wands on the table here. What is this product here that we have?
Slime.
Slime,
Slime's a
they made
popular
slime,
one.
wow.
Yeah. Well, we definitely want to set them up for success. And some kids come in with too much creativity. They have 10 businesses that they want to create, and it's about honing them in.
Yes,
Right? Then we have others who are just lost on that part, but they're really excited about the idea of what they're going to be able to do. So, for example, Matthew made these magic wands. He loves Harry Potter, and he decided he wanted to make that because that's where his passion lied.
Of course.
But the slime is just a big thing for kids, right?
Yes,
they love
yes.
it. And we actually had 2 girls make slime. They were completely different packaging, completely different concepts of what they looked like in the final execution. But that's something that we offer them as, here's an idea. You can do slime, you can make soap, you can make picture frames, duct tape wallets. So we'll help them to come up with ideas. And one thing that we always want to make sure that people, and in general, but certainly the kids, is nothing is ever fully evolved. If that were the case, we'd still be riding horses everywhere, but we're driving cars, and now we've got electric cars, and we've got motorcycles, and there's lots of kinds of shoes out there. There's lots of solutions to the same problem. Make it your own.
I liked what you said earlier, sort of offline. This is not sort of techie driven. This is, just explain that to me a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So the biggest thing we want kids to take away is understanding why they're doing what they're doing. If they don't understand that, or they get a great saying that was given to me is it's the start that stops you. So we are a tech-free zone. And if we told kids, hey, you need to learn Photoshop and Shopify and Facebook until you can start your business, there would be a non-starter for so many. Plus, we're working with kids ages 7 to 12. So they're not even old enough to do social media, and we don't want to encourage that. So it's a tech-free zone. We work on the fundamentals. Why are you making your marketing poster like this? Oh, erase that and make it different, because maybe that'll be different. And so it's understanding the why, not the really fancy high-tech how.
So do you have a location that this happens in? You said it's an after-school program
Yes.
and camps and such. Is it happening after school in the schools, or is it happening after school, like they just go to location A and they're learning there?
So we have great relationships with a lot of the community. So Van City has been an incredible supporter, and we're using their community stage rooms.
Oh, good.
We are so excited about that relationship. We've even had programs go out of the Coquitlam Library, which is great. As for our market days, which is what they all lead up to, so they may have the classroom out of Van City, for example, just down the road at POCO Van City at Shaughnessy Station.
Yes.
They're great. And so they'll have the class there, but then we had our last market day at Henderson Place Mall.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
good. I really want you to stay in touch with us, and please let us know when the next one is, because
Absolutely.
we'd love to be on location and see what all these kids are making, and who knows, maybe I'll buy a few things, because this is the environmental friendly item to be buying right now is this food wrap that is not just our saran wrap that we typically use, right? So what can we be doing to help you out? Please let us know where we can find out more information and support you, Leah. Where can we find you?
Absolutely. So buildabizkids.com. You can find us at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All of it is at Build A Biz Kids. So really easy to find there. In terms of supporting us, we have kids who can't, unfortunately, maybe their parents are in a situation where they're not able to afford to put them into the program. So we're always looking for sponsors who can help to subsidize some at-risk youth, Indigenous, refugee children.
Okay.
That's a big part of what we do. Part of that also I'll mention is we teach social entrepreneurship. So we're also teaching the kids to raise money or to utilize their skills of entrepreneurship to help their community. So when those events happen, we love volunteers to come out and help us on the market days and other endeavors like that.
And one of your examples, quickly before we close, is that one of your students did do like a $300 sale of many of his items and then donated the money, right?
Yes, so for us, it's not about what they do just in the program, but what happens after the program.
Yes.
So we had a child who took our summer camp program, loved it, it, took the after-school program, did so well. He went on to start another business, raised $208 selling snow cones during the summer break, and he donated that to Make-A-Wish Foundation. So it's not just what happens now, it's what they do after.
I know, and some kids will put that in their pocket and want to go and buy some video games, but he didn't do that, and he was paying it forward to others that needed that, right? So
Absolutely.
Love the concept, love, love, love. Anything else that you want to tell us? Is there anything that's coming up for you in the next little bit?
Absolutely. If you have a child yourself, if you know of anyone that could really benefit from this program, I'm biased. I think every child can benefit from this program in some way.
7 to 12, though.
7 to 12. 7 to
Yes,
12.
yes.
Please come out, contact us. We'd love to have them come through our program. We'll find one that works best for them. Maybe they don't want to jump straight into starting their own business and they want to do a team one for the summer camps. But we have semesters all year round, so keep checking back. Sign up for our newsletters. Stay in touch. It's not just our programs we promote, but other entrepreneurial endeavors for the kids, like debate that we were talking about, or tinypreneurs and other things happening in the community.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. It's Cathy Cena signing off from Tri-Cities Community TV, Build A Biz Kids. I think this program is going to rock for years to come, with more and more children getting involved, not only in our Tri-Cities, but beyond. Thanks so much for watching.